you have something you want to, a section of the book. This is in the book, correct? That you're gonna.
This is actually, it may be in the book in some capacity, but
Okay.
this is a monologue I wrote specific to Phil-o-ween, a one-man show, and it speaks to my experience as a former Disney cast member. I used to work at Disney World many, many moons ago. This was in the mid-90s. And I have a little monologue which you are so generously going to play under, which
Yes.
I thank you. You're a quick study for the music I requested. I was like, Katy, you better learn this in time.
I'm excited. It's been literally years since I've done any kind of like music directing stuff. I think the last show I did at Second City was maybe 2014-ish. So it's been a
Oh, so
while.
it's
So
been a while.
yeah. So
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to have provided you with this opportunity.
yeah. No, I'm excited. Cool.
All right. Well, settle in, everybody, as I bring you the story of Spectro Tragic from Phil-o-ween 2. My favorite place to work at Walt Disney World was the Swiss Family Treehouse. And closing the Swiss Family Treehouse was magic. The tree was empty at closing time, and I would grab my pan and broom and I would lock the turnstiles and I would traipse up into the tree just to make sure that no guests had stayed behind. Along the way, I would hear the strains of the Swiska polka playing. Thank you, Katy. It came from the organ that the family had salvaged off their sunken ship, and I would sweep up debris and peer into the quaint rooms under the magic moonlight at the Magic Kingdom. All aboard! Now, when I wasn't working at the treehouse, my other gig was at the Country Bear Jamboree, and that was just okay. It was a very popular attraction, which meant more people, and I personally do not like people. One night I downed all of this soda on a break and I went back to the jamboree and I was at the turnstiles just before closing. And the entrance overlooked the parade route. And the Spectro Magic Parade was passing by. Thank you, Katy. And on this magic moonlit night at the Magic Kingdom, I soon realized I have to pee. I tried to radio my lead who could relieve employees if a bathroom emergency occurred, but I couldn't raise her on the radio or the phone, and as the brilliance of the Spectro Magic Parade shimmered and glimmered by me, I couldn't help it. I began to pee. I ran from my station. I rushed into the tunnel underneath the Magic Kingdom to obtain a new pair of pants. And I kept thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to get into so much trouble. You can't abandon your post at Disney World. I won't be there to warn everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, the automatic doors will open and they might kill you. Ah! I handed the lady at wardrobe a pair of soaking wet pants and she looked at me like I was crazy. And then she handed me a new pair, which I hurriedly put on in the locker room. I rushed back through the tunnels, also known as the utilidor, back upstairs to the Magic Kingdom. All aboard! And waiting there was my lead. And I couldn't figure out what to say. Surely no cast member in Disney history had wet their pants on the clock while daydreaming and enjoying the Spectro Magic Parade. So I just told her. I told her what happened, and she didn't bat an eye. All she said was, "It was unsafe for you to abandon your post. The automatic doors could have opened at any moment, and someone could have been killed." Later, I would become a part of the Spectrum Magic Parade at Disney, and my first night, I got all suited up as Pluto, and the costume was very heavy and bedecked in lights, and it was just before the parade was about to step off, and I turned to the parade lead and I said, "I'm sorry, I have to take the costume off." "Well, why?" he said. "Well, because I have to pee." Thank you.
Beautiful job. That was great.